Welcome everybody to my podcast. I'm comedian David Jasso, and this is an in-depth look at my life. No guests, no interviews, no futures, all me. My life, my story, my comedy. Do me a favor and give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my page, and let's get this going.
I spent a whole weekday putting in work. Then I spent the weekend trying to perfect the craft. Ain't no room for weak men who get their feelings all hurt. God has given me the gift so I can go and give it back. Man, I set it off in 2019. I'm checking the stats. I'm daily building up my catalog and keeping it facts. I got my people pressing me, checking my status. Hey, yo, that song, God, we making history, yo.
Alright, let's get this started. Who am I? I'm comedian David Jasso. I have well over 35,000 followers on TikTok and a little over 4,500 on Instagram. I'm a stand-up comedian going on 1 year. May 29th will be my 1 year doing stand-up comedy. I've done shows all around Los Angeles and Orange County. So far a little bit local, and I'm trying to get bigger and bigger as I go. But this is an in-depth look at my life. I got stories to tell, I got stories to share. No guests, no interviews, no nothing. It's just an in-depth look, a story told by me, And, it's a little introduction of myself. I'm going to be talking about, my family, my relationships, my past relationships, real life situations that I've gone through, my motivations, what got me to this point, my kids, real life stories, man, real life stories of my life. And I think I'm pretty interesting as you'll see as more episodes drop. How I got started on comedy, stuff like that. So if y'all interested, just keep on watching. I know I got a lot of followers, always ask me who I am and what I'm about, where I came from, and I'm here to share all that with you guys. First and foremost, I'm one of three. I'm the youngest of three. I got two sisters, but I also got two stepsisters as well that I barely even talk to. They live in Texas. I can't even tell you it's the last time I ever talked to them. I don't think they know how far I've gotten. Speaking of my sisters from Texas, I don't think they know where I am in life right now. So it kind of sucks. I haven't kept in touch with them. But my sister's here. My sister's here from my mom's side. My sister Yadira and my sister Donna. I'm real close to them. And my mom Suki. She's pretty much raised me all my life. I've had a relationship with my dad, but it's been in and out, and I haven't spoke to him over the last year and a half. And before then, I went maybe 5 or 6 years without talking to him. So he's been in and out my life, but he's not really too important. I'll talk about him later on, but as for now, it's not really worth my time. It'll be a whole episode on its own. Man, I'm about to turn 33. I was born August 30th, 89. I'm an 80s baby, 90s baby, whatever you want to call it. I'm there, August 30th, 1989. Born in Huntington Park, born in HP, so I represent LA all the way. But I grew up in South Central. I grew up in Watts, 114th and Wilmington. I went to Grape Street Elementary School for a couple years, and I moved to Corona with my dad for a couple years, and I met a lot of friends out there. Pretty much my middle school and high school days out in the city of Corona, but for the most part, I've been about 15, 16 years in South Central, and I moved to Orange County with my mom. Another 15, 16 years of my life, so I got Orange County and South Central in my blood. I graduated from Simon Rodilla Continuation School. Bro, I don't even know that school exists anymore. I don't even know my diploma even real, dog. Like, to be honest with you, I don't even think it exists. That school is, I got my diploma, but I don't even know it's active. So I don't even know if I got a GED or not. But yeah, man. So this is my mom raised me all the way. I got my two sisters that are close to me, Donna and Yadira. My older sister got 3 kids, Angel, Ari, and Gordo, my nephews and my niece. I got 4 kids, man. So I got two and two. I'm a blended family with my wife, Erica. We've been together going 7 years. I met her in high school, but we didn't date back then. Our life kind of went full circle, man. I think I went maybe, man, like 10 years without talking to her. And I was a point in my life where I had just broken up, with my kid's mom. And she was scrolling through Facebook, and I just seen her name. I'm like, oh man, I wonder what she's up to. And we started talking, and Instagram and Facebook, texting and all that stuff. Eventually, I got the number, and we started talking. And long story short, man, here we are. We started dating. Find out that she got two kids. So God blessed me with extra kids in my life, man. So I'm a stepdad now. I got 4 kids, man. I got my two of my own. My oldest about to turn 11, Aaliyah. My 7-year-old, my youngest, Daphne, and then my two extra kids, my stepkids. Jace is 9, about to turn 10, and Mia's 7. So they're all right around the same age. We're a big happy family, man. And just seeing them together, bro. Just seeing them together is kind of like seeing a childhood I never had. My sisters and myself were pretty much separated as we grew up. So we didn't really grow up like that. My older sister Yadira was kind of doing her own thing when she got older. And then my sister Donna got older, and they all, kicking it with their friends. You know how it is in LA, man. Never home. Plus, me moving to Corona didn't help either. So I rarely saw my sisters, for a long period of time. But we're close, man. We're close. But that's how I see my kids now. Just allowing them to grow up with their siblings. It's a blessing in its own, bro. But yeah, man. I don't consider myself much of a family man. I don't keep in touch with my cousins. I don't keep in touch with my aunts, my uncle. None of that, man. It's more my inner family. I keep in touch with my sisters. And that's it, man. Just my sisters, my kids, my mom, and that's pretty much it. My little circle right there, bro. And that's all I need, man. Man, it's been growing up in South Central, bro. Like, it got that hood in me. Seeing a lot of gang violence and all that stuff, and somehow staying away from all that stuff. Because I always grew up wanting to make my mom proud. I don't want to go down that route, especially the way my dad was. My dad, growing up, he was in and out of prison. That's why I don't really have that relationship with him. And that's something I promised my mom. Like, I'm never going to be like him. Never. I might have the same mindset here and there, but to be like him on the streets and all that, man, and getting in trouble and getting in trouble with the law and all that stuff, that just wasn't me, bro. Never in my life ever been in handcuffs. Never in my life been locked up or nothing. So I'm proud of myself for that. Especially trying to be an example to my kids, bro. Trying to be an example to my kids. That's one thing that I always told myself. I'm never gonna put myself in a position that's gonna take me away from my kids, man. That's something I will never do. But there's, I'm gonna have stories for other episodes. I'm gonna go episode by episode, telling stories, picking topics, picking and choosing here and there, man. So this is more of an introduction to who I am, man. Like I said, I grew up wanting to be a cop, bro. I grew up wanting to be a cop. I went 10 years. I spent my whole 20s, man. I spent my whole 20s trying to become a cop. Didn't matter the department. It could have been sheriffs, LAPD, Montepallo PD, Whittier PD, Fullerton, Riverside Sheriff's Department. I did it all, man. I did it all, and just got denied and denied and denied. I'm not a dumb person by all means, man. I'm pretty smart, and I got through all the written exams, easy, nothing. Physical abilities test, easy, nothing. It was just the interviews, bro. The interviews are just probably the toughest ones. Because they dig deep in your background, man. They dig deep in your background. And I always felt that my background, because my uncle's, gang affiliated. And my mom's been in prison. And my dad's been in and out of prison. I think they was deep. And they see your family and they kind of affects you. People say it don't, but I think it do. Just the heavy criminal side of my family. But I never blame nobody, man. I always saw it. Spent 10 years. It just wasn't meant to be, bro. Just wasn't. It wasn't in my cards. As much as it was in my heart, it just wasn't in my cards. I'm gonna say maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I gave up. I stopped applying. This law enforcement is not for me no more, man. That was something that was heavy invested, man. I gave up social life, bro. Gave up friends and all that just to work on becoming a cop, man. The studying, the weightlifting, the gym, and all that stuff to stay in shape and all that stuff, and it just didn't work out, man. It didn't work out. No hate whatsoever on law enforcement. It is what it is. Um, but with the pandemic, really, bro, the pandemic really brought out, this this fire in me. It started off with my daughter Aaliyah doing TikToks, and it just took off from there, man. Like, I didn't know 2 years ago, I didn't even know what TikTok was. And she started doing it, and she asked me, Dad, can you be in a video with me? And I did it, and I got interested in what the app was, and started scrolling and seeing people do the same thing over and over again. I'm like, man, if people are getting paid to do this, excuse me, I could do this. I could do this myself, man. So I started writing my own scripts, do my own stuff, and a year later, I finally got that video that reached 1.1 million views, man. That was wild, and it was a little short. Took me 5 minutes to do at work in my car, man. It was a Jack in the Box skit. A true story. It's a true story. It happened at a Arby's. If y'all didn't see my video, it's pretty much a pay it forward scheme. Somebody in front of me paid for my meal, and I kind of felt obligated to pay for the people behind me. But I over exaggerated in the video. I put that the price behind me was like $92.57 or something like that. But at Arby's, it was like 40 something bucks or whatever. And I was like, nope, that ain't happening. I got my meal and I took off. But, who goes to Arby's? Me. But I was like, man, let me just switch it up to Jack in the Box. Everybody goes to Jack in the Box. It's one of the cheapest, dollar menus restaurants out there. But yeah, man, I reached 1.1 million views, and over 5 to 600 people started doing my video, redoing it and all that stuff. And I'm like, wow, okay. It's going now. Something happened here, and I think I gained maybe 25,000 followers from it, and that's when I started getting known, man. That's when I started getting known. I got a manager now, Blanca Castro. Shout out to her. From Sky Presents, her brand. She gave me a chance. She discovered me on Instagram. Invited me to a fundraiser for Joey Cholo. Rest in peace to him. Is another comedian that passed away due to COVID, and she did a comedy show in his memory and invited me out there. My very first time doing stand-up comedy. I was nervous, bro. I was nervous as hell, but I got through it, and from there, me and Blanca got a good relationship going, and a year later, here we are putting on show after show after show. I'm working on my craft, man. I'm getting better and better. My jokes are getting better and better. Because I feel from that first show, man, I felt like I sucked, man. It was hard. I was nervous. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know what jokes to say or none of that stuff, man. I was nervous. Never been on stage before. Never had a mic in my hand. But I already knew from that moment this is something I want to do. Because I heard laughs. And that kind of like filled me up. I was like, man, if I can make these people laugh, I can make thousands, millions, hundreds of millions of people laugh, and that's something I want to do. And here I am a year later, so, man, y'all know who I am. Most of my followers know who I am and everything, but y'all really don't know the background of everything, man. So I'm gonna go over everything. From episode to episode, and I'm gonna try to film everything in one shot. It's gonna be raw, uncut, unedited type shit. I'm just keep on going. If I stutter, oh well. I'm gonna try to keep it short too, man. Last thing I want is for people to watch my podcast and get bored after like 20 minutes, So, this is me, man. This is David Jasso. This is my first episode, my introduction. I got 2 sisters, Yadira and Donna, my mom Suki, my wife Erica, my 4 kids, Aaliyah, Daphne, Jace, and Mia. That's my squad, bro. That's my squad. I love my wife. I love my kids with everything that I have. And stay tuned. I got stories, man. I'm gonna go in, like I said, I'm gonna go in depth. I'll talk about real world stuff, sports, cause I love sports here and there, man. But like, comment, subscribe, man. Keep keep up with me. Keep up with me. I will not disappoint. This podcast is gonna be fire. My name is David Jasso. This is episode 1, my introduction. Y'all keep watching. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Song God, we making history, y'all. Yeah. Listen to y'all. Yeah. Talking about what we got going this weekend. We out here trying to vibe this weekend.